need to go down. Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that, run that, this how we frown. Easy now, no need to go down. Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that, run that, this how we frown.
Hey everyone, happy Friday. I'm Natalie Nevins.
And I'm Dara Harvick.
And this is Cramsess. I know there's been a lot of dispute. We do have two S's, but that's because it's short for Cramsessians. So don't get confused. We have an apostrophe if you are still confused. Right on, rock on. All right, well then let's get into this. Let's start with some news. And in our elections here have been pretty crazy. Everyone's been getting hyped up on the news, but they're not the only elections happening. Currently, there's an election happening in Zimbabwe, over in Africa. Some people know where it is. For sure. And Mugabe, their current president, he's been in power for almost 28 years, which is pretty impressive. A lot more than Mr. Bush. So, for sure. And during his presidency, he's had, I don't know, he hasn't done some very nice things. He took over the country in 1980, and he was elected when his party group got into power. And almost 5 years later, his army was accused of carrying out massacres of almost 20,000 people from the certain tribes and groups in other parts of the countries. And they happened because they wanted to take out any military conflict, armed forces. And so that wasn't very good. And he also he was first elected as prime minister, and he decided that he didn't like being a prime minister. So he abolished that office and became the president of the country. And so now he's been in power for almost 3 decades now. And so this is the first time that there's actually a force from the opposing group that they might actually take power of the country. And this is a really good thing for the country because they have a really high unemployment rate as well as inflation rate. So this is a chance for them to get started on a new path and everything. But at this current time, it's hard to tell what the results are like because the elections commissions were elected by Mugabe himself. So they, of course, are holding on to the results because they don't want to let if they are losing, they don't want people to know, and this way they can also change it around, perhaps. Maybe a little cheating, not really sure. But, yeah, so this is another thing. And there are a few ways this scenario could play out. First of all, which would be the much better, would be Mugabe leaves office peacefully, and in other countries, such as ourselves, can step in and give some aid so we can set up a new government and they can make some reforms to change this around because they have, like I said, 80% unemployment as well as a 100,000% inflation rate, so they're not doing so well their economy. And the second scenario, which is also the worst case, would be that Mugabe refuses to leave office and there becomes lots of demonstrations by the opposition and violence, which would have to be stopped by the security. So it wouldn't be good either way because there's going to be violence or they're going to have to get a lot of help. And we're just going to have to stand around, wait around, I guess, to see as these results turn out. All right, so that's our news for this morning. We come back, chat it up about XN. Yeah, planned. All right, cool, take a break, and we'll see you later.
That's interesting, I should say.
I know, for real. So, Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that, run that, this how we frown. Easy now, no need to go down. Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that, run that, this how we frown.
Howdy.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We're still Cramsess with an S. How you doing?
Hey. So, let's talk about some school news. What's going on with XEd? What XEd are you on?
I'm on storm chasing in the Great
cool.
Plains. Pretty excited about it. How about yourself?
I'm on Cataract with like 60 million other people.
60 million other people.
It should be pretty fun.
It's always
though.
popular to go rafting. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about going rafting now that it's in the spring opposed to the fall?
I still, think it would be fun. Like
I think it'd be cold.
don't really have any
Who are
different
your
feelings about it.
advisors on that one? Teachers?
Josh Barrow, Emily Weingart, Serena Thompson, and Stephen Fletcher.
Don't you guys like split up into two groups?
Yeah, it's half and half. So in my group, we've got Emily Weingart and Josh Barrow, and in the other one, it's Serena and Stephen. So
Rock and roll.
yeah, our group is better though. So you know.
Rock and roll. And which river are you guys going on? I don't actually know that much about Cataract Canyon. Which river are you guys going on?
Which river?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, there. We both got stumped.
the Colorado River.
Right? Rock and roll.
Yeah. No, I
Getting
knew.
some cues.
I knew.
All right.
Stop it.
For real. Have you been on other accents?
Yes, I went to Ashland last year, and it was a blast.
Okay, everyone dogs that trip. What were your feelings on that trip? Did it rock?
It was so much fun. Like, people, they think, oh my God, the Shakespeare Festival, like, what is that? Why would you want to go to that? But it's so much fun. You don't just go to Shakespeare plays. Like, the Shakespeare plays that we did go to were awesome. We saw As You Like It, and the way it was performed was amazing, And we saw other plays, and they were so much fun. We did shopping. We went rafting even. We did a day of rafting. It was totally random, but we did, and it was fun, It was like I have no regrets going on that trip.
Nice. Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Shout out. I love Mary Beth and Nancy. They're my
Yes.
favorite teachers. Rock and roll. Sure. So, if you had to give advice for XEd, what would your advice be?
Just go into it with a positive attitude, because if you get a trip that you don't want and you have a bad attitude, it's just not going to be fun. Like, seriously, like, even if you don't get your favorite or your top
For
choice,
sure.
just go.
Sure.
Yeah, like, have fun and know that you're going to have fun. What about you? What's your advice?
My advice for XEd would be bring lots of snacks. No, I'm just kidding. Take advantage of the opportunities that you're given and try and make friends with people outside the circles you'd usually make friends with. I've made friends with kids that I would never hang out with in a million years. No, I'm just kidding. I made friends with a bunch of people, and some of them I'm best friends with them because of XEd. Mm-hmm. So for sure. And don't necessarily be turned off by what you have to do on an XEd. Like, I went on Bay Area bike tour. It was probably the most challenging one I've been on compared to, like, I did kayaking freshman year, Bay Area, and then Polar to Solar last year. And it was probably the most physically challenging, but it was also the most rewarding because you have a lot of fun just doing it. So, yeah, for sure. Make friends with people not to like, for sure. So other things that are happening at our school is prom. It's a biggie for all them upperclassmen. Are you?
And some underclassmen.
Exactly, I was getting there. Are you
Same.
planning on going to prom this year?
Yes, I am.
You stoked?
Yes, I am very, very stoked.
Did you get a dress already?
No,
No.
I haven't. And it's like April 26th, so I should probably get on that.
It is April 26th? Man, I'm so out of it.
Yeah.
For sure. So, are you stoked it's at Jerome?
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, that should be pretty fun.
I heard they spent like a ridiculous number, $12,000 on prom this year.
What?
Which is flipping bananas if you ask me. I didn't know that much went into it. Have you, I don't know, like thought about going to prom? You know how everyone has those like fantasies?
The little girl
Yeah.
fantasies of going to prom. Well, who hasn't, honestly?
I didn't.
Oh, yeah, you did. Shut up. You're such a liar.
I'm not.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
probably like, I'm going to get the perfect dress and the perfect shoes and the perfect date.
I'm gonna wear a dress. I'm just
I
kidding.
see you wearing like a bright purple suit, actually.
Yeah, no. All right, well.
All right, so that's
You
about
heard
it.
us chatted up. Oh, I told everyone that I was gonna share a joke, so I'm gonna tell my favorite joke right now. And this will be like our ending thought. Okay.
I'm a little scared.
No, it's a good one.
Okay.
What did the plate say to the fork?
I got no idea.
Lunch is on me. Thanks for stopping by. This is Cramsess.
Easy now,
With
you
an
don't need
SS.
figure down.
Cramsess.
Rock and roll. Happy Friday, and
Easy
hope
now,
you guys
no
all
need
have
to
a
go
great
down. Rock
weekend.
that run, that this how we frown. Easy now, you don't need figure down.
Rock and roll. So.
Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that run, that this how we frown.